The object of Taxi Chronicles is to allow real riders with real stories share their experience and enhance your life. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we are honoured to have a stylist or fashion. I'm sure she'd give us the right title of what she does, but we're going to learn about fashion in the BBC and TV and all of that kind of thing. So nice to have you here today, Ellis.
Thank you for collecting me.
It's okay, you're welcome. So tell us, how long you've been in the industry, what motivates you, and why fashion?
I have been a stylist since I was 17. I'm now 28. Even maybe 16, I probably started. I always either was going to do something in fashion or sport. I just sort of fell into fashion, really. I always loved clothes. My aunt and mum were really into fashion. So it just sort of was naturally happened, really. I actually went to sixth form college, did fashion, and my tutor said it wasn't for me. So I left and went to a fashion academy.
Okay, so when your tutor said that, was it like you had had a row with your tutor?
No, she just was like, don't know if fashion's for you. And I knew it was, so I thought, okay, I'll leave here and go somewhere where I can learn more.
I like the Essex mentality.
Exactly, and now look at me.
And have you bumped into that teacher since?
No, but maybe she'll listen to this podcast.
You should send her. Hello, Miss Bitter.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought I'd share this with you. You motivated me.
Exactly.
Okay. What have you learned in the industry that you wish you knew when you started?
Do you know what? I've learned that people are actually nicer than I was told they was going to be. I think people expect fashion to be quite a bitchy industry and everyone's sort of out for themselves. And actually I've made loads of friends and really found people who helped me along the way. There is still the culprits of that, but it's not as bad. So actually trust people and believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, then that's sort of like the confidence behind yourself. You can sort of do anything, can't you?
Okay. Good. What motivates you when it comes to this fashion?
Money. No, I'm joking. No, it's not. Do you know what it is? Every single day is different. So I could be on a shoot one day, I can be at where you've just collected me from, the BBC television, or I can be styling myself. You know, like there's so many different things, and it's like constantly want to do. Once you do something, you want to do the next one bigger and better.
Okay, so you're reviewing your work. You're looking at when you watch other TV shows, you're looking at what they did.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was part? You probably know the names and the credits of people.
Yeah, exactly. It's always good to. I think it's important to know what everyone else is doing, but also you can't let that take over. You know, like you can't be too. That's something I've learnt as well. Not to be competitive. You know, there's in a way. Do you? Yeah, stay in your own lane. There's enough room for everyone. And there's people who along the way who have sort of like bugged me because they like start taking my clients and stuff, and then they slowly go away. When you work dirty, you don't last.
Oh yeah, because people don't want to work with you.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the rule when it comes to clients? Because you said taking your clients, but surely the clients can go where they want to go.
Yeah, but there's got to be a bit of respect, hasn't there? Surely, like, I don't know what to compare it to, but you know, if you know a stylist works with someone, it's sort of decent thing to do is maybe message them and say, oh, just so you know, this person's dropped me a message. Obviously you can't do it all the time, but there's sort of boundaries.
Okay, so is it like an unwritten rule, like you don't cheat on your barber?
Yeah, but that is exactly it. Yeah, you don't cheat on your barber or your stylist.
Yeah, or your stylist, so you just throw yourself in there. Oh, that's stylist! Yeah, you recognise me too. Okay. So, what kind of fashion? How do you get your stylish, your fashion ideas? Where do you get them from? What?
I still love a magazine. I always get a magazine. I love Elle magazine. That's my favourite. And like Instagram and socials now, You can just, there's so much everywhere, isn't there? So it's like constantly, like everyone who walks down the street, like some of my friends laugh at me, like I'll notice someone's outfit before I've even noticed them, and they're like, how have you even noticed that? You know, it's like it's just an eye for it.
Yeah, but it's your bread and butter also.
Yeah, I would just think you become obsessed with it.
It's the same, like I've been out of commercial construction for 10 years, but I still walk and sit down in a restaurant and I'm looking at the beams.
Yeah, you still notice them, yeah. Yeah. That I would never in a million years notice. I'm looking at what the waiters are wearing.
Yeah. You know it's bad if you're watching the pool and you're looking at the tiled floor. That wasn't done properly.
Oh, they don't have many outfits in that, so I don't bother with it.
Okay. What would you say to your 16-year-old self?
Oh, I love this question. I would say just go for it. Don't like get so bothered about things. You know, everything ends up okay. Nothing is the end of the world. You know, I'm not a heart surgeon. I'm not saving lives. I'm just living my life in fashion.
How was the process of you? What was your education? You said you started off in fashion in sixth form.
Yeah.
And then you changed to an academy.
Yeah.
And then you went to.
Then I went and got a job straight away. Okay. I worked for a very Essex brand, Choice Designer Wear. Don't know if you've heard of it.
No, I'm not a fashion person.
No, so they do a lot of high-end brands. They look after, well, they stock McQueen, everything. I can't even think off the top of my head. So I worked with them for 2 years, and then I got a job at New Look Fashion.
How long was the academy for?
2 years.
Okay.
So I did 2 years there, 2 years at Choice, then I did 2 years at New Look, and then I went out on my own, so now I work for myself.
Okay, well that's good, you built out. Did you always have the plan to be going on your own?
No, never. I honestly never even when I was applying for New Look, it weren't like, oh, my idea is that I'll be here for 3 years and then be on my own. I thought I'd always work for someone, but then I started getting a lot of jobs come in, and it just sort of...
Well, people say, can you do this?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
And then it was the best thing I've ever done.
Okay. Was there any hesitance?
Well, it's scary, isn't it? Because you're used to a monthly salary, monthly wage. So every month, you know, on that day, you get this much money. And I was like, oh my God, what if I just never work? But then I was like, I can just go get another job. It'll be fine. So that was scary. And yeah, it was scary. But I just think if you don't take risks, what's the point? Yeah, what do they say? If you don't live on the edge, you always miss the view.
I've never heard that one, but I like that one.
Yeah.
I've heard the James Bond one, life's not worth living if you don't take risks.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, perfect. So I'm basically James Bond of fashion.
I like this girl, man. I like this.
I do outfits to kill.
Is it? Okay, all right. So in that case, let's. What's your Instagram handle?
It is Ellis Ranson with a kiss, not spelt kiss. ELLIS RANSON.
Did the academy teach you everything you need to know? Did it teach you the right basics of what you need to know? And how could you improve it if you were to go back?
Well, this is actually a very good point, because I didn't learn styling at the academy. I learned all different areas of fashion, and I learnt buying and merchandising, which is why now I've started the School of Style. So I have a styling school for students. I started it last year, and I've had 35 students so far.
Ooh, that's good.
It's just a 6 weeks course, and they learn all. The thing is with styling, it's really difficult because styling isn't a skill, it's a set of skills, you know. So you've got to be able to be organised on set, you've got to understand fashion, but everyone, you know, there's so many people in the world who can dress well, but can they dress other people well? Like on a time, on a budget, under pressure, when people don't like their legs but they like their arms, but they've got nothing wrong with their legs. You know, there's so many different things that go with it. So that's why I did my own school, because there actually isn't anything out there at the minute that teaches you much styling.
So you're dealing with ego, personality,
Yeah.
insecurities.
Yeah, of course. Well, everyone, we all pick holes in ourselves, don't we? So imagine trying to, we try on outfits and we're like, oh, I don't like that. But then you're doing it to someone else. And usually if someone's got a stylist, they're either a celebrity because they need to look good and there's a lot of pressure, or they need to, reinvent themselves, or they're struggling, or they've had something life-changing happen. So you're never really just dealing with someone who's like just genuinely like, oh yeah, I'll wear whatever.
Yeah, because that's funny. I'm that kind of person. I just wear, if I put something on, it's like, am I comfortable?
That is not okay. Do you know Christian Louboutin said, I never want anyone to look at my shoes and go, they look comfortable. You don't want to be comfortable.
Of course I do.
No. You want to be fashionable.
I like that. Well, this is why you have a missus, really.
Yes.
Dresses you.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is just dressing you. But I will, when I started off doing this job, I bought some smart trousers, had shirts and all that, and like body warmer waistcoat things.
Yeah.
And it's just, after sitting down for so many hours, it's uncomfortable, it starts to pull, it's just not right. So I just said, you know what, let me get a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Just have a half decent looking tracksuit. It's working.
Yeah, that's perfect. I think, you can dress for comfort sometimes, but not if you're going on a nice night out.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean, but yeah, it depends. So how do you motivate people about their insecurities?
Do you know what? I always try and push people's boundaries a bit. And so, like, say someone goes, oh, I hate my legs. And you're like, well, let's just try and slowly get your legs out. They look really good in this. If you give someone a bit of confidence, it does go a long way, doesn't it? Telling people they look amazing. Mm-hmm. It does help. Who doesn't like to be told they look amazing?
Yeah, I know. People build their confidence. Do you find, is there a difference between styling for men and women?
Men are easier. A lot easier. Men don't have as many hang-ups, do they, and insecurities. Men are very and you know what I find with men? They're like, this is your job, you know what you're doing, tell me what to wear. Yeah. Whereas women are almost a bit hesitant with that.
They want to be in control.
It's not even in control. I think it just takes a lot more to persuade a woman. Until you build up, some of my clients I've been working with my whole career, so we've built that relationship and, we're in a different stage, but when you first meet,
Ellis goes kind of thing.
Yeah, eventually, but that takes a while to build.
The kind of clients you have,
yeah.
What kind of shows? What kind of you said it for TV? What kind
yeah,
of TV
so
shows have you done?
I do a real mix. So I started with a lot of the Towie girls. That's because I'm Essex based. It was easy. One of my biggest clients is Fern McCann. I do Danny Dyer from Love Island. I do Kaz Camwy from Love Island.
Danny Dyer was in Love Island?
Yeah.
Like the actor?
No, his daughter.
Oh.
I've done her dad. Not like that. I've styled her dad. I've styled her dad.
Okay. Politics.
They're lovely. Yeah, it's a real mix. I just was on the Big Nasty show. That was an experience.
Okay.
So yeah, a mix really. A variety of things, all different.
Have you ever had someone that you just felt you couldn't work with?
Yeah, I think a few times, but that's being a stylist. You're so personal, so it's like anything, isn't it? You go for a job and you don't always get it, and it's the same, vice versa. It works. You've just got to click. Whereas some people, like my most recent, I met Liam and Kaz, both from the previous Love Island, and we just got on straight away. I completely understood their style, what they want to do, where they want to elevate it, and it does happen.
So you don't style them just for the TV show, you style them for life.
Yeah, so going out, events, everyone's different as well. Some people want everything, some people just want, say they're going on holiday, I'll do them a holiday wardrobe.
Really?
Yeah, there's no clients the same with what they want.
So you've got a wide, you must have, you've got a website.
Yeah.
What's your website? Come on.
What is my website? Styled. What's the little, is it little hyphen or a dash?
Yeah,
hyphen. ellisranson.co.uk.
Okay, guys.
It's on my Instagram.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll make sure that everything is on your, on the below section of your episodes, so we're good to go there. So you were saying you do things for beach, so you must do winter wear, summer wear, all these different styles.
Yeah, I do everything. I do all year round.
Do you see yourself doing this job for life?
I think like with the school, I'm going to grow it. I've started doing a lot of like my own influencing as well. So I do a lot of like what to wear for just everyone. Mm-hmm. So I work with a lot of brands on myself as well now. So I think there's like areas you can grow it. I don't want to be like round doing people's wardrobes for another 10 years, but there's definitely different ways I can work with it.
Yeah, I suppose you could always train people to take on your clients.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can say, you can work for me for a year and a half or whatever if you want to go off your own way.
You
part
can,
of the
yeah.
school, so your schooling, all your students could be part of that.
Exactly, and now like I'm starting an agency so they can work. Like I've got 2 girls out working for me today.
Really
so it's nice, yeah.
Okay.
Trying to be an entrepreneur.
Well, you are. You're not trying. You are. What I'm hearing, you are. You're there. You're making things happen, making moves.
Making moves.
Bada bing, bada boom. In that respect. What's been your biggest fear?
Biggest fear? That's so hard because I try not to think about that really. I guess if it all just stopped. You know, it's all going quite well at the minute, so I've not really got any fears, just if it all finished.
That being said, how did you manage through the lockdown?
I had my best year ever. I got signed with an agency. It was mental really. It was so not, basically I was on shoots and then everything cancelled, like everything. It was like tomorrow's cancelled, the next day, and I was like, oh my God, I'm unemployed. And I was like, right, I'm not going to allow myself to just stop. So I started doing my Instagram, I started doing videos on what you should wear in lockdown. Went from 16,000 followers, now I'm on 83,000 just through lockdown. I'm just working on it,
That's just on IG, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so IG is your main platform?
Yeah, that's what I use. So I sort of just built on that, and I just started got an agency with that side of things. Styling all started picking up really quickly. I know it wasn't essential work, but they seemed to allow shoots to go ahead, so that went, yeah, it was good really. Had a really nice year. And it was actually nice having that little few weeks off because you could sort of like stop and reevaluate everything, like what works, what isn't working. You know, when you're so busy, you don't even stop for a minute.
I'm really happy for that. So my last question to you would be, like, what does the future hold for you? But you've kind of answered that with the idea that you're gonna develop the school, you've got your agency, and you can still do private jobs yourself.
Yeah, so just keep on growing. Have some people working for me. Maybe have a TV show. Who knows?
You could do that. If you've got enough clients, you could organise a TV show.
Yeah.
But just do it around styles.
Yeah, exactly. There's not many fashion shows out there.
You could do that because think of the amount of people who'd watch that.
Exactly. People love fashion, don't they? Fashion and clothes.
You could have a panel of judges.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't just be you, but it would be your name.
Yeah.
The show would be Styles of Ellis.
Yeah.
And then you would have, I don't know, whatever brands who want to be on there.
Could get involved.
So you'd have an Armani session.
Yeah.
You have to dress and look good for Armani.
Exactly.
And then the next one would be Calvin Klein, and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's good. My last question to you, you've been a great guest, is what's the impact you want to have on the world?
Oh God, this is a hard one, isn't it? Because I just like to, with the girls that come under me and do my course, I just like to be very real and down to earth, and I want them to understand, you don't have to come from, loads of money, or you don't have to look like a certain person. You can really just be anyone to make it. Like, you don't have to fit certain rules, and I think that's really nice, and everyone can be nice and help each other. I think that's good, because fashion, I think there is this stigma of it being a bitchy industry, and I just want to make sure it's not.
Well, that's good.
and make people feel good with fashion
You
and style.
touched the world.
No, not quite. Nearly.
And before you go, just remind people, where can they find you?
You can find me. What do you want? My home address. You can find me on Instagram at Ellis Ranson Kiss. Oh, ELLISRANSONX.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for that, and we wish you well.
Thank you for having me.
We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day, as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.